Welcome back to the web games, the dolls, whatever you want to call them. Why are we playing them? Well, two reasons. Number one, it's a trivial thing to instantiate and get started. Number two, Deltarune tomorrow, but like actually Deltarune in like an hour and a half or 2 hours. So it's a nice time slot, right? To fill time. Let me get Deltarune.com up. .com. Yeah, chapter 5. 1 hour 40. And it's not necessarily just because I like the game, but it's impossible to avoid spoilers for something that's so proliferated so widely across the internet. Whatever I think of the community, by and large, they're okay. Most of them are a bit, being very interested in one thing tends to blind you. Ask me how I know. Anyway, it's pretty close to India, I guess. There's not that many options, I don't know, Thailand. Basically. Malaysia. No, the other way. Laos. I mean, it could really have only been so many things. You asked me to draw a 1,000-kilometer circle or radius around India. And I did it, man. I succeeded at it. And that's been so long, I don't even... Let me... I just realized... I'm not gonna say it, but I think it's funny. I realized something quite funny. It's amused me a little bit, and I think that's a good thing. Okay, let me at least show player here. Okay, this is Denmark, but not Denmark, because Denmark is split in two. So what is this? Iceland is a bit like rounder. Could this be... No, I know what Moldova looks like. Is this what Estonia looks like, maybe? No, this is Bangladesh. Yes, okay. It was in my brain, but I just had to navigate the neural network of my soul, and we made it there. Slowly but surely, we made it there. But that's one I should definitely know. I was thinking it looks familiar. There's, the isthmus or whatever you call it. Water inlets. Coastal. Let me take a peek at GeoGrid. This one doesn't look so hard. I think we can probably do this one. So, this should not have caved and made a US only one, but Americans. They ruled the world in social capital, for better and for worse. Mostly for worse, very rarely for better. Good fast food though. I'm not gonna knock on any of most American food. Like, it's like a glass houses thing, but the other way around. Forget what I'm saying. Nuclear power with a GDP per capita over 10k. I don't think we do. We must have like one or two nuclear plants like somewhere, but we don't have very many. I don't know if New Zealand has a nuclear power plant. So I'm just gonna say France, men's FIFA and nuclear power. Italy might. I know Germany doesn't. That's like a specifically. I know they don't. So maybe Brazil has. Yeah, I mean it makes sense. Probably Russia has played in the men's FIFA. It's got a big area. I mean, they had Chernobyl, but that was in Russia, technically speaking. So it would probably be incorrect if that was the case. But we don't live in the alternate Soviet Union future. Austin, we won. It's a reference to a reference. I have not watched any of the Austin Power movies. All I know is the bits that Northern Line says. And that one's a funny bit. I can imagine the bit. I need to watch them. The fourth one's coming, so I'll watch them in preparation for watching the fourth one in cinemas. I have seen The Love Guru, but not Austin Powers, which is very funny. Mike Myers-ism. European Union with some money. Italy doesn't actually earn that much money. Let's put Germany in here, since we couldn't put them in there. EU that's played in the FIFA World Cup. I'll give you one guess. Big EU country. Ukraine is not in the EU. or am I like misunderstanding the nature of it? Or was it like a, I forget the exact body with which that Ukraine was trying to join. I'm just trying to not get the wrong. Poland is definitely a member of the EU, and NATO. Yes, they wanted to join NATO. They would obviously be a part of the EU, I think. Hi, not cold, and has money. Let me just say Singapore. That's pretty hot over there. I've been there. Men's FIFA average. Well, I mean, I could just pick Brazil again. Argentina is a risky one. The average temperature of the tip is very bottom. It's probably like minus something or other. So you got to be careful about it. Ghana, yeah. I could pick a lot of African countries. They bowl over there. They bowl most places in the world. Now that I think about it, they bowl here, and we hardly bowl at all. We have our own bowl. If you understand what I'm trying to say. Anyway, warm, big warm place, coastal. Australia probably is average above, yeah, because it's like doesn't get that cold even in like Tasmania. Like really, the only cold places are like mountainous places with which they're cold anyway, wherever you went. So it doesn't really matter. Give me flags. Yeah, I would like to go head to head with a friend in Geogrid 1v1 challenge. I don't have any friends. Website. Sure, man. Albania. Estonia, but cool. No, it's not Estonia, because Albania is south of Estonia, so that wouldn't make any sense. It is not to say Seychelles. I don't actually know what Senegal's flag looks like. But did I have the right idea? I did not. Maybe I did. Maybe Lesotho's flag. Sort of. Zambia. It's Botswana. It's Botswana. I actually got there, but I used the direction and the distance a lot more than the flag. I wonder what this is supposed to represent. I'm sure it means something, as most flags tend to do, but this mostly just seems like a bridge or road top down, you know. Maybe that's like a symbolic link of some sort that I'm missing. I could just look it up, but it's funnier to leave it open and pretend that I could never know. No, pause, man, pause. Band would just started playing. They forgot, man. They forgot. Anyway, let me bandle it up here. Easy, but only 37 million in 1964. It's either been endlessly sampled or it's like a meme. I don't know it just from the iconic drum beat apparently. And my brain locked into the melody, but I still can't know it really. Does it feel good? No. Is it a Beatle? Let It Be? I don't know. I've not listened to much of the Beatles, I can't lie. It's vaguely familiar, but I'm not. You truly captured me. Is there a. The Blower's Daughter. I'm pretty sure that's glass blowing. Dare I say it? You, me. You really got me by the Kinks. Okay, I've never heard of it in my life. I'm sure it has impact of some kind. But I can't say I'm familiar with it in any sense. But that's okay though. No one's asking me to be, you know? Percentage of residents who are non citizens. Forgot to move it over. I haven't clicked it yet though, so it's all good. But for this, this question gets asked a lot, and the answer is always which one is closer to the border to Mexico. It's just an immigration question, you know. If you had to pick between the center and Canada, you'd probably still pick Mexico just because Canadians are probably flying to like, unless it's to like Washington. I'm sure they're going to like California or something. You know, a lot of places that you wouldn't really want to be unless they were like right next to you. And I don't think the northern border really makes a difference. Percentage of people who are Hindu. Probably the city. I don't really know. There's a Canadian like demographic breakdown. Like every country has it, like unexpected pockets because like Five Guys 50 years ago or 100 years ago, like they showed up just on a whim and built a really nice like restaurant or whatever, and then everyone showed up, something like that. Higher traffic fatalities. I'm gonna say the place with more roads. Really, I guess the road, those roads can't be going that fast. Construction. Surely they would be building, but this is like no, like a city that doesn't. No, it's Kansas City. I mean, really? Adults who have had a stroke, Florida. Yeah, that one. That's just age. But okay, that's crazy. I guess you know what. That's my bad. But like, I don't have any. This is the worst one so far because I got so many wrong, and I don't even really have any calling cards for it. Anyway, our newest entry, our Rule 34 rule. Let me do the daily, and then we'll do the daily of each, and then we'll do a streak of each because this is a good one and it's new. Loading screen tooltip. So Valley, not that popular of a Pokemon. Forget that whether or not there's not that much to work with here. You would rather fuck Arceus. That's literally God. This is just like a scuffed creation. One Piece Woman. Really, really. I just don't think that's like true. Okay, I put my money where that was Princess Jasmine. I should not have thought. I should have thought before I clicked. Aether or Akali. League of Legends has aura, hype moments, and aura, like in a bad way. This one, out of all the Genshin impactors, I don't think this one is going to be that. Okay, I should never have asked. I thought League had more pulling like power. Rent a girlfriend or a deleted image of Von Lycaon. ZZZ is popular, and this is a very average anime go. I'm all wrong. Yeah, it's surely gonna be Jesse. That's just so you have longevity is key if you have no other metric. I don't know what your deal is. I don't know what the nose thing is, but you're cute. Dragon Quest 11, I can't imagine is very popular. I guess they're both equally sort of questionable. Like in terms of popularity, it's surely Shauna. I mean, I played that game, so I know. Nyanas, the thing about Nyanas is all other, like, I'm not speaking on the personal element, but I mean, the design is pretty. It's like iconic, generic. Like you know Nyanas, but you don't know Nyanas. You just see a pink cat girl, and you're like Nyanas, even if it's not, you know, which is not a good thing. You know, shout out to a VTuber. I don't watch VTuber streams because I just don't like. I don't have stream watching is not something I find myself doing because I need my content to have like a beginning and an end. It needs to have an arc and it needs to have make sense. So a lot of YouTubers like the I mean this in an earnest way because the this and worse applies to me as well. The either playing some of the like games that I really don't want to watch, like if they're playing Apex Legends, we're not getting. I'm not watching you play Apex Legends, but even they know that's the slob content, you know. And I think like for example, a Hololive VTuber, I like give them a pass because they're making like songs like doing practice and all that stuff. But like if you're an indie VTuber and you're playing like TFT, You're never gonna get my view. Just because I'm not watching you play TFT. I'm sure you're entertaining enough. I'm just like, you need to be really entertaining to offset what you've done to play. Anyway, that being said, it's probably still yet. Really, I was gonna say, I'm doing really badly at this. I've never even heard of you, so it has to be Sky from TF2. Rockruff, Rockruff has a good niche. Cammy White is like the most mainstream of mainstreams, which means it's gonna win because I mean I don't even really blame the people on that one. You know, Rockruff is cute, but like Cammy White is like they recreated Chun Li in aggregate or whatever. It's alternate universe Chun Li. I don't know. Maybe that is true. I've never played Street Fighter. Anyway, yeah, cool. Back to main me before I want to get a good streak because my best streak of 9, I'm sure we can get 10. Remove AI results. What is hard mode? 3 and hiding all post counts. Roguelikes mentioned. I want to remove AI results because that'll give me a bet. I don't know what people like. That's just slop. Removes the slop posting, you know. Garatino or Ridley? Ridley's been around longer, I think. I don't know when. It might be close. But it's probably like. Nah, but Ridley design. You know what? I need to start off first. Freddy Fazbear's. They want to fuck the animatronics, but I think this one not that much. And you're from the gifts. I know you. Excuse me. Gatomon. Digimon is old, so I have to give it the old pass. That's just a guy. He's just a guy. What the? Okay, yeah. Thank you. This must have been like a bit. I like that they gave them it was like millions. No, obviously not. Maya Mahabala. Dragon Quest 4. I don't know how popular each Dragon Quest is. It's hard to beat Flareon. The evolutions get big action. And I get it. Hercules Disney movie. I guess the Disney movie. This is like prehistoric goons. They made this like physically. 5 is pretty bad. Let's go to AO3 duel. And let's do the daily AO3 challenge. So that I can expose myself even further. I mean, Batman, the thing about Batman is I don't think the people who want to do Batman fiction are doing it on AO3. Okay, never mind. People really love Batman. I didn't think the AO3's audience was a Batman. I thought it would be like none. But maybe not. Okay, this is Chungus. But okay, I thought this was the Livsy Pop one, but I guess not. Dream SMP or random Korean guy. Bet on Korean guy. See, I know some things. More Korean guy or Dragon Ball Krillin. Sure, come on. I guess Krillin is like a happy relationship, doesn't he? One of the few. I guess a lot of happy relationships in Dragon Ball. Now that I think about it, I have not seen it though. This guy, who I don't remember from the show, or I mean, it's Genshin Impact. Surely, nothing about this guy really inspires me. Who? There's no shot. This has the people. I guess that's because, I mean, pack one, pick one. It's this guy. They love to get that guy fucked up. I see verse and I click it, but I guess people really like Dragon Age Inquisition. I don't know. Percy Jackson or Korean guy. I don't. This is like I have no idea. Sigma from Bungo Stray Dogs. I love this guy. I'm trying to remember. He had his existence was sort of ethereal in a sense. I mean, I really like him, but I guess this is the popular Dream SMP character. A terrible, terrible. Let me get him a normal. Cyborg or Emma Frost? People like Emma Frost. Cyborg is also one step lower in niche, I think. I remember Cyborg only from the animated show. When in doubt, presumably this is an Asian man. But now we have 2. 11 is a lot, so we're gonna pick it. One Piece is tricky. I've seen you before, so I'm gonna click you. That's fair. That's fair. I don't think I deserve much more than that. Okay, new disorderly. For once, they've actually got a fresh one loaded for me. Names by female babies given that name in the US in 2025. So new girl names. This is like, is this Gen Beta? I don't know what gen this is. Trinity would have been a lot higher in the Matrix days, but then again, maybe, are we old enough that people who are nostalgic for the Matrix are the ones having kids? Let me think. I'm not too. I'm like not too far off that age range. I'm not. I can't really describe myself as nostalgic about the Matrix. So Jennifer, I mean Mackenzie, she's like. I guess this is the U.S. right? Soul and Amora. Trinity is at least like a ghost name. Soul is just the name of the sun, which is crazy. Amora, I don't know. That's a Pokemon. That's Amoris, but it may be higher than Trinity. I think Jennifer's like really okay. Well, what do I know? Melanie, Jennifer's really quite low. Trinity being higher than Jennifer is a little interesting. That's I don't know. Maybe we living in like a crazy name future where like it's just normal to have a previously considered weird name because all the parents like they're in like a post weird name era, you know? Like at least we don't see any like gimmick names here. I mean, kind of with Soul, right? But I guess these are all also very unpopular. Like, I'm pretty sure like Emma is probably like number 10, so they didn't include that one. It would have been too trivial. Okay, take me to connections, just because. Also, I realize my time is ticking for them to play them on this day because it's gonna happen differently. Money. There's a lot of names and guys and things in here. Okay. Helter Skelter. Well, this is like a bit, right? Surely it's not just this, but I'll have to do it anyway. It is just this. The red herring, rhyming compound words is the answer. Jesus. This is owners of things that are red. Cliffy the Big Red Dog, Deadpool, Kool-Aid Man, and King Crimson. I don't think King Crimson is actually red. Mr. Krabs is though. Cool. Pink Floyd, King Crimson, Rush. These are and one of these, maybe Genesis. That doesn't seem like yeah, prog bands. I didn't know these were the same genre of music, having only listened to like maybe 3 songs. I listened to a little King Crimson because of JoJo, of course, and then I know like a few Pink Floyd songs because they're very popular, and I know the one Rush song that Northern Lion references, and I don't know what Genesis is. I don't know, new things, wedding gifts. This is like not. This is not what fucking dimension of universe is this in? Toaster? Am I like? Are you having a laugh? Like, what is this? Shit makes no sense. I'm not having it. I refuse to have it. Alright, well, moving on. The John Green novel, What Town? A teen comedy. What towns? Probably small, if I had to guess. Super. No, paper. Paper Towns. I've read that book. I'm thinking of The Fault in Our Stars or whatever the other one. You're on your own, kid. Fans exchanging what objects? Ring. Fashion accessory. Bracelet. Friendship bracelets. Yeah, that's a little long-winded, but fair enough. Robert de Boron described him as a half demon trapped underground. What mythical figure? I don't know. Cerberus? I'm just typing shit. Is it Merlin? Yes, it is Merlin. I remember the lived his life backwards part, but I'm not sure what it actually means, you know? But I do know Merlin. Merlin must be in Fate. FGO, surely. In fact, I think Merlin may have even been in referenced or mentioned in, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, in Fate Normal. Spoilers by, like, proxy, but if you didn't know, then you wouldn't know. And if you know, then you already know. The Iroquois word for between two waters. Les Liquid. What British base? Mayfair. This is American, huh? Iroquois must be a, like, Native American term. I can see it. It's like this or something. But I don't think that, yeah, Ticonderoga. Ticonderoga, I don't know. I could not have pulled that one out of my, like, brain. Grignard reagents bond to one metallic element that's found in chlorophyll and many laxatives. Chlorophyll has iron. Oh, alkaline. Oh, sodium. Magnesium. That's the one you eat, of course. I forgot about magnesium. For some reason, my brain did not think that magnesium was a metal because I like mentally swiped away from mercury, and I said, you know, there's no other metal starting with them. That's just not true. It's just not true. But what's a man to do, you know, in that kind of situation? Okay, I'll take your essential cookies because it would only be right to accept cookies for food guesser. Lowest quality image of all time. Toasted pumpkin seeds and chili powder and salt. This is like some royal, maybe Middle Eastern, maybe African, I don't know. Egypt. No? Okay, well then, Hungary. Algosht. Oh gosh. Okay, well that's not good. That I don't have any idea. But if it's ice cold in Europe and Africa, it have to be like Canada? Am I losing my mind? Mexico, Honduras, and El Salvador. I was losing my mind geographically. I did not. I mean, I guess I ate it. Like it's pumpkin seeds aren't that bad. They're not great either necessarily. A cheese. Any cheese. Street food vendors leads me to believe it might not be what I think it is. Maybe, you know what? Dare I say it? No? Okay, that's fair. France, Keho Kualho. I should have guessed it, man. I should have guessed it. Yeah, curd cheese. I would eat the cheese. That looks like cheese, but this is sliced almonds on peach. It strikes me as very France. Yep, very France. Certainly, yeah. It would be tasty. The French, and then by import of cuisine, the UK, I suppose. They make a lot of fancy looking, like, trifle stuff, you know. A bit under average because I completely whiffed on Honduras and El Salvador. and I only got like 5 points for that. Oh well, play it off me. Panzanella or Nkwobi. This is the foot, so the other one's going to win. I don't really need it. It's a salad, I guess. Pashma. It looks like hair. It's probably like cotton candy, if I had to guess. Whereas this is a hearty meal. Cotton candy, pretty good. As soon as you realize what it is, it's pretty good. Cholera. Now it's cold cholera. They could have changed the name. Now once we name something else, but I respect them not doing it. Fried walleye. It's a fish. Fish is good. I'm gonna say it. This probably lost 5% just because it was cold cholera. Niku jaga. Meat potato. Let me guess. Meat and potato. Yep. Noodles optional. Or not at all. Shredded flank steak. I mean, that's just gonna be better. This is like, poverty meals, which is good, to be clear. It's the kind of thing that you would get if you were at like a very off the beaten path, like in, I don't know, what are they called again? You know what I mean. Rogan Josh is no, I don't. Butajiru pig juice. No. Yes. I don't. I've having had Rogan Josh. It's better. I'm vetoing you on that one. Crunchy thing. Yes, I picked the crunchy thing over a kind of whole fish head. I've maybe had one jelly slice in my life just by being from Australia. I can't say I like them that much. They're probably better if you make them like at home. This is really you're fake. You're not from here, so don't really care what you say. No, what is this? Shredded beef and seasonings, and you just eat it. Yeah, yeah. I would chow down on this to an unhealthy amount. Cruffin, croissant muffin. I don't know if we should lay claim to it, but obviously it's delicious. I'm sure I've eaten something like it. Toasted flour, glutinous rice flour, like a breadstick type thing, but rice, pretty good. Somehow the average is miserable right now. I don't know what people really struggled on. I guess they didn't realize that this was cotton candy and they clicked on what was otherwise a normal meal. Always check, bro. Always check. Anyway, hop on more or less, which is the revamped more or less, which I like a lot. It's better than it used to be, that's for sure. Dementia or God? I have to pick God just because I assume like it's at least an interesting question. Dementia is just kind of sad to Google. I don't imagine people are googling the concept of sex positions that much. That's more than I thought it would be. I thought you would look up specifics. I mean, hair transplant probably, if you sort by demographic, maybe 400k. Okay, 200, half what I thought, but I have the right idea. Rhinoplasty, a more specific term, more common, so makes sense. Al Pacino, surely. People like a lot of old people, no disrespect, and people who watch Heat for the first time are like, "What's that guy doing?" He did a commercial and then he didn't do anything else. Don't worry about it. Uh, I have to imagine it's probably Red Hot Chili Peppers these days. Rest in peace, I suppose. Ryan Gosling, famous for the Barbie soundtrack. I'm Just Ken, which is probably in all 2 million of those. Childish Gambino, certainly. I mean, also a guy under a different name. Burner Boy, I've never heard of him, so he's either at 50 or 10. Either way, I take the gamble. Somehow in the middle, and I'm still wrong. Okay, we gotta click fast. This is a woman that's not wearing that many clothes, so we should be clicking fast so I don't get banned. Underwater or Scream, but this is like, okay, Kristen Stewart. This looks like slop. I'm gonna pick this one. Okay, well, it was slop, but this one wasn't like cinema. Anthony Hopkins mentioned. I don't know. Sure, man. The Father. It's a tearjerker. Shutter Island, I don't think it got that many raving reviews. Okay, well, whatever. I'm just guessing at things. I prefer Groundhog Day. I don't know if it'll win. Maybe 8.4. I think it should be higher. I've never heard of this in my life. It's just like this is like we have interstellar at home type situation. Qatar phone number, all sixes. This is very expensive. I know this. Yeah, I mean, like even if that the Black Lotus is worth a lot of money. Not 3 million, really. Oh, because it's like a bid, like a joke bidding war situation. Original Monopoly board can't be worth that much because like, you can't even play on it. At least you can eat the banana for 6 million. The Bandmaster's violin surely worth more. Banksy shredded. I remember this being worth a lot of money. Yes, it was famous, so that would make sense to me. This is like 50. This is surely less than 50. Okay, it's 100. It was either 50 or 100. Just half the floors. Countries that exist. Well, so, okay, I'm going to say more than 27. More than 27 nationalities probably on the Titanic. Okay, I'm going to also go on a limb and say this number is not correct. The Titanic sunk when? I don't think there were. I'm going to disagree with you. Maybe by the conventional definition. I guess we didn't have international law back then. Who's to say we ever did have it? This is like close to 50, but I don't think it's quite 50. Okay, never mind. They counted all the tiny rocks. My bad. This is a very large number. In relative terms, I'm gonna go ahead and say not 300 years. Closer than I thought it would be. You can do previous days now. That's awesome. What is clueless? Question for another day, I suppose. Quick cuddle for me. Freaky shape today. I overestimated myself. I'm never doing this again. I thought I could do a quick job and absolutely destroy, but turns out, no. I don't have it in me. How disappointing. Absolutely disappointing. Shambolic performance, as I would like to say. Okay, envy apples. We have these. Obviously, I'm sure we have them at a different rate, though. 5.5 pounds. That's around, what, 2.5 kilos, right? So per kilo here, they're probably, what, 4? 450, depends. So I'm going to say 2 US in translating the currency and the Costco effect, which would make these like $4.99. Jesus Christ. I did not mean to do it that way. Okay, 13 USD to AUD is around $19. $19, exactly pretty much 2.5. You guys are getting ripped off. we pay more. We pay like almost half the price, bro. You guys gotta. I don't know what's wrong with your apples, man, but let me tell you, we do not pay this much for those apples. US actually got mocked by us for once. We take those. Take me to spell check. Take me to. This site is exceeding recapture enterprise free quota. What is the implication there? That if they like, why would you tell us that? Maybe it's like an embarrassment tax, I suppose. Okay, I'm gonna unmute.
Diligent. A adjective meaning character.
The points expired for once.
Atonement. A noun meaning reparation for an.
Yes, I'm familiar.
Wanted. A verb meaning to be needy or destitute.
Needy. I'd associate needy with like a yearning
Hardtack. A
situation.
noun meaning a saltless hard biscuit, bread, or cracker. Hardtack.
Not usually combined into one, I think, but
Antennas. A noun meaning one of a pair of slender.
speaking of tennis. Delta Runsun.
Veganism. A noun meaning a
Saying it like it's an ideology. You type me a comment right now. It is an ideology? Kind of. Kind of. I suppose it is if you take a broad scope of things.
eruption. A noun meaning an act, process.
I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Showdown. I have seen Eruption once.
Ombudsman. A noun meaning a person who invests.
Do the Americans have these? We have them.
Exterior. A adjective meaning being cruel. A adjective meaning disposed to inflict pain or suffering.
Cruel.
Dexterity. A noun meaning readiness and
Yes, Sinister Dexter, as a general might say in the Roman army.
incessant. A adjective meaning continue. Bailiwick. A noun meaning the office or jurisdiction of a bailiff. Middle English bailiffwick merges bailiff.
Bailiff. The law, not the bailee.
Oologist. A noun meaning a person specializing in oology.
Oologist.
Concierge. A noun meaning a usually
Have you ever been to a hotel? You know what concierge looks like, bro. Lightest work of my life. One might even say. One might even fucking say. Okay, what else do we have? First things first, mute that so that I don't cause myself problems. And then 3 free cryptic courses. We're not doing cryptic learning paths, okay? This is the learning path. Get the program right. We're written right to left in hieroglyphics. Graphic content. Porn. No. Is the definition just graphic content? It is. Gore. It's gore. In hieroglyphics, graphic content. R18G, if you're a tagger. We don't do NSFL because it's too vague, you know. An early solver. I solved it with 2 hints, no average yet. Well, there could be an average if you weren't statistically minded and you decided to just give me this average of the 300 people, you know, instead of being a clever clogs about it. But sure. Sure. Let's get some games. Quit your yapping. Achievements are now available and there's an iOS app. We get to see the evolution of web slop. This is not slop compared to what's happening in the modern day. I don't know. Gears of War 2. It's a shooter. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. No, but it is for Windows. Armor 3. It is Armor. Armor 4. I don't know what the other armors are. 2 maybe. Okay, there we go. I don't know how many armors there are. I played the one that came out for free for I must still have it on Steam. Armor Reforger and Armor 3 servers. I have them on Steam, I think, but maybe that's just because everyone does. Okay, take me to artwork. This is like a Batman. I don't know. I don't recognize it. Maybe it's Overwatch because it's McCree. No, maybe it's Red Dead Redemption. No, I have no idea. It could be anything. Weird West. It's a Devolver Digital game. That's nice, but I can't imagine having heard of it. This is Edward Elric. No, I don't know. Final Fantasy Edward Geraldine. I don't know. Oh, this is Dante from Devil May Cry. Yes, it is. That's an iconic cape, I suppose. The hair is more iconic. Dare I say it? Made anime pixel art taxidermy. I have a high chance of getting this, funnily enough. Pet rabbit mad scientist. Oh, it's a Danganronpa 2. No, it's not Danganronpa 2. It's kind. You can see where Monokuma is kind of a taxidermied human doll mad scientist, kind of. Walking corpses. This is like anime Left 4 Dead. How about Dead by Daylight? It's an indie, which I did not know Dead by Daylight was. Multiple endings horror. Is this Slay the Princess? 2D top down. I don't know. Young, I might know it by seeing it. Mad Father. This I've not heard of. It's OG horror niche, I suppose. About Metal Gear 2. The old one. Legacy mobile device, huh? It's a single player game that is isometric / bird view, but is much newer. How about Guild Wars 2? Just not a single player game, to be clear. I guess that's not a isometric, I guess, technically speaking. I mean, it has a bird view. I would describe it as such. Not an adventure game, but it could be a shooter. Visual novel is a really funny tag for Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake to have. I just don't know if that's like reasonable to put it, but sure. Still newer than 20, but older. But why is it like 2017 limit? What gave me the? Oh, if it's within 5 years, it's in yellow. They have made it easier for us. I don't know, Firewatch. Okay, so it's 2017. I like that that's in yellow. It is in Unity. Unity isometric indie from 2017. Little Nightmares? That's not 2017. It is 2017. It's a miracle I got this right. Somehow it filled it in even though I didn't technically get it right, which is interesting. Okay, but we know it's not an adventure. So it's an indie platformer from 2017. Is this Ori and the Blind Forest? That was not that time. Yeah, give me the clue. You don't need to like do all that. It's a platform indie. It's an indie platform shooter. Platform shooter. So it's like a Metroid, but not Metroid, obviously. Unity is kind of throwing me. I don't know, man. Metroid 2 Return of Samus. Obviously not. I have literally no clue. I'm gonna know it, I bet. Cuphead. Yeah, it is Cuphead is indeed a it's a, you know what, calling it a shooter, that's my fault. I'm biased towards things that have guns like in a first person camera. This is technically a shooter. That's true. I think I played Cuphead like 5 times and didn't play it again. I don't remember why, so I don't even really have any good, interesting insights to what my younger self thought at the time. This is inexplicable. Okay, it's like Pong. It's Pac. It literally it is Pac-Man. Okay, fine. It's Pac-Man like 2, bro. Yeah, Miss Pac-Man. My bad, guys. My bad for not getting Miss Pac-Man. That's a bit much, bro. Okay, we've been re-upping on our Pokemon knowledge because of Pokemon Champions. Please come out with a PC client. I'm not bothered to do like a plug into my phone or anything else. Anyway, Rock Bug, Crustomy. Almost went Cleaver, but Ground Bug, Sandy Wormadam, Flying Bug. A lot of them, but I'll pick Beautifly. One of my favorites. It's very nice. It's very pretty. Mega Rock. This is Tyranitar Mega. Ground Mega. Did Hippowdon have? No, it didn't. Oh, Swampert, obviously. I mean, wait, what? Oh, I didn't pick the Mega. Okay, that's a point off the table. Like I should have gotten it on a technicality. Okay. Flying Mega. Pidgeot. There we go. I was remembering like Gen 6. Good thing I got the easy ones because I'm not going to be able to get all of these anyway. I don't think so, at least. Or we can do Stack Attacker. Or we can do Trumbeak. And then, what's in a lowland ground type? I couldn't even tell you. Mudsdale, the Palisand Lion, Zygarde, but these forms because they didn't get added in the original Pokemon Z, which we got eventually, I suppose. But not in the form it would have been, you know? But that's, I suppose, the consequences of our actions of being alive. I'm looking at movie to movie. I'm gonna say no, I don't have the source on that one today, but all power to you for trying. Super Stranded for supporters only, and the daily. Bonus round, which one would I want? Fish finger baguette with possible tartar sauce. I've made this at home. It is amazing, obviously. Like, you can't go wrong with it. Salt beef bagel with pickles. I'm just not a fan of the bagel as a bread substance. It's too hard or, like, insufficient for what, like, why is it got a hole in it? It doesn't make it better. It makes it worse. You know? Just, like, give me a sandwich. Why can't I just have a bun? Why does it need to have a hole in it to make the bites weird? Buns make sense. Give me the fish finger baguette. They can put the tartar sauce on it, but I would douse that shit. Pretty decent looking personal pizza. £11, but you know, it's fine. Onion budget. Chips and mint yog. Not very minty, the yog, but I'm sure it tastes fine. The chips look pretty good. £3. It's a good pizza. People are biased because they haven't seen that many good pizzas. Chili dog looks pretty good. I'm not a mustard guy, but looks pretty good. Chana masala. I'm gonna be honest, not a very good chana masala. When they put the sauce on top of the chana masala, that's how you know. Like, I guess that's kind of like chaat adjacent. Chaat. Sorry, I didn't enunciate my vowel properly. There, I'm gonna get shot by my countrymen. Onion hot dog. It's not an onion hot dog, first of all. It's a hot dog with onion on top. You're misleading us. But it's better anyway. No, that's not a great chicken curry. That's a pretty good hot dog. 2 foot long hot. Yeah, I'm gonna vote for the other one. This is disgusting. Sausage and beer looks great. Looks delicious. Looks like a fucking amazing time. This is grotesque. No, it probably tastes good with a fork, but double cheeseburger with chips on a roll. See, I would much rather have this than a bagel any day. Like this is cobbled together. The chips are like gratuitous, but that's fine. Honestly, pretty decent looking. Oh, it's tenders. I have to vote for tenders, man. I'm a sucker for tenders. Shove it in my mouth. I don't want to think about bones. I'm a simple man. Terrible looking pizza that does not deserve to be called a pizza, or something that's only really a bao bun because of the. I guess it's because of the bao buns. They didn't really, you know, spice it in any way that I can see. Maybe that's teriyaki. I don't know. It looks better though. It looks pretty decent. Victory burger, onion ring, patty, not a very melted cheese, but that's not a huge deal. Pork dumplings, price for 10. Not enough browning on the dumplings, although you could just have steamed them. But the fact that they didn't just steam them means that why would you not give me a bit more char on it? Give me the burger. I'm not a huge burger guy, but that's a pretty decent burger. Enclosed bun hot dog with ketchup, mayo, and fries. Well, the Thai noodles, those look really, really good. Chicken balls, man. I have to vote for this. That's about as good as you can get visually, man. Mac and cheese made with penne. Yeah, man. It's not a mac, but it's an and cheese, and I would eat it 100%. Cheeseburger with a chicken strip and two mozzarella sticks. Oh fuck, these are both insanely indulgent. Can I be honest? I'm picking the burger. These both should have their percentages amped up, man. All the slop you've seen and some absolutely indulgent, delicious fried foods and pasta. Oh, I'm hungry. That's why I'm hungry. Beast like me is eating good. Get rattling to kind of high golf to round us off. Because I already did catfishing on my phone, technically yesterday, but today morning. So icing. I don't know. Icing goes on a cake. Yeah, I would say so. Um, let them eat cake. Room where you let them. My bedroom, am I right, fellas? That was so bad. Um, First let them in the Hall of Fame. Goat? I don't know. This is I don't know. First, it's gonna be first blank in the Hall of Fame. First batter. First bowler. It's I don't know what 6 letters though. I got no clue, man. I got no clue. Give me just reveal this to me. Let them cook. Okay, let them cook is okay. Slang of encouragement. I misread that as like implying it was like a shouting, which it doesn't imply. But fair enough. To cook, you must be in the kitchen. For some kitchen. Hmm. Ice, often found in the kitchen, I suppose. Probably in the freezer rather than the kitchen, but I guess freezers can be in kitchens if you're professional. Maybe it's usually a separate room, surely. Um, Ice. Ice cream. I don't know. Um, you must be in the blizzard. American traditional song. I have no clue. Ice skater. Yeah, eight figures. Oh, you figure eights. No, I'm not letting you have this one. Ice skaters don't make eight figures. Most of them probably don't make that much money, and they make figure eights, not eight figures. I'm just not. It's not a clever wordplay to get it wrong, and then be like, no, but I meant it like correctly. It's not. It's not. We're not doing minute cryptic here. Like, come on now. Skater, first skater in the Hall of Fame. Or it's Tony Hawk. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you, my brain's running out of power. Streaks. I'm so streak. That's see, this is acceptable. Winning streak and losing streak are things that exist. Steak, I don't know. To streak, you must be in the nude. Noodle, nude. I guess maybe it's new. It's not noodle, by the way. It's noodle and nude. It's a different sound. Doodle. Yankee Doodle. I suppose he went to town and such. We'll take that. All right, give me my final. Give me my final. You hear it as well, just to give you a bit more. Also, kind of hard golf got bought. Private equity owns kind of hard golf now, so it may get worse, but we will remember it as being good. It's already running it slower somehow. I don't know how. How is it running slower, bro? It ran perfectly fine. Like it's not just on stream. It's just like it's a fact of life, man. Okay, that's just not right. We have to go like slightly this way. Otherwise, we're not gonna be able to get to this checkpoint, and the thing we saved from getting it in the first place is not gonna get saved. You know. So we're doing great work. That one was not how I drew it up in the plan, but it works fine. Very checkpoint generous today, so the score is not going to be crazy. There's not that many shots. Speaking of which, there's not that many shots that you could. Okay, now this is tricky because it's very easy to undershoot this. Oh, come on, I went slow enough to activate the. Speaking of easy shots, huh? Yeah, just overshoot it. Oh, come on, man. I didn't overshoot it enough. This is how I usually play this game, by the way. But I always finish the hole. Send it. That's unfair. That's brutal stuff right there. Okay, now the having happened twice. At least you put me in a fresh ang to finish the job. There we go. Plus 6%. Hey, look at that. If you calculate it, you got to multiply these numbers. 73 times 83 divided by 1,000. Or rather, 0.73 times 83. I'm actually in the top 60.59. Because if you don't finish it, I'm automatically ahead of you. Marked. And with you watching, like, comment, subscribe if you want more dolls. Stay tuned for Deltarune, I suppose. If that's interesting you. See you next time. Enjoy.